Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Bad at Entertaining, the only podcast that consistently disappoints. Today is our Halloween special. Since we are non-visual podcast, I have decided to dress my voice up as Chills from the popular YouTube channel Top 15. And with me today is Medea, who has voiced herself to be this.
Hey,
Yes, as you can see, she did not put on a very good costume. she
yeah, I'm
she
sorry, guys.
she is essentially doing the equivalent of wearing a t-shirt saying laziest costume ever. It is not that
No, I
impressive.
put a name tag on.
okay. Okay. So today we were planning on having more guests, but they are yet to come. So I have decided that today I shall be discussing some work stories, and later on we'll be talking about some of our scariest experiences in this real world. Number one, college. So Medea, describe to the audience what it is you do at your job.
Basic customer service.
That is quite impressive. Not everyone can be customer service. You you must meet people every day. How have your conversations with them ever been?
Very awkward most of the time.
How so?
I often get caught on my words.
Let it Can we hear one of these examples? How do you get caught on your words exactly?
I just don't realize what I'm saying, so I stop talking. Like that.
Like that? Like a Thanos finger snap, you just stop talking. That is incredibly
Exactly.
odd. Well,
Was
I currently work in retail, and I have
and how
had
are your experiences?
a few stories, experiences, whatever you want to call them, of weird people. One fine example was while I was working in the self-service section, there was a guy that came in asking if he had left behind over $60 worth of cash back. I had said to him that I had not found it, but he luckily had a receipt. It turns out he did not even get cash back for what he had purchased. So so he had come into the store expecting to find his cash back, but he didn't even have any to begin with. And so I had to explain that to him. And I think he was smoking some of that marijuana, some of that nasty, sticky, icky, because
That sounds
he,
great.
what?
That sounds great.
Marijuana is all right, I guess. I had it once, but never again.
I'm I meant the story.
Oh, I suppose it's a pretty decent story, but it's not over yet. As it turns out, he did want his cash back, so I told him that he would have to buy at least one thing in order to do that. So what he decided to do was buy a cherry Pepsi. He was going to buy the cherry Pepsi, but instead he kept walking out, and I had to holler at him saying, "Hey, are you gonna buy that?" And he was like, "Oh damn, I'm sorry." And he came back and paid for it and got his cash back as he wanted. It was strange to me that he had completely forgotten to pay for the thing to get the cash back in the first place. The entire reason for coming back into the store, which is why I diagnosed him as marijuana user.
That makes sense.
Yes. This next story is actually a second-hand story. It does not happen to me personally, but happened to one of my coworkers. What had happened was the store was closed, and when the store closes, All the doors are shut, and only one is left open. Well, semi-open. We would have someone over by the door with the key and open it up if people needed to leave to go home or other things. But this man came up to the store. He was described as looking like a coke addict or crackhead, saying that he was wearing very raggedy vestments and no shirt on, but some sort of coat, very bearded. And he was asking to use the phone, strangely enough. Now, my coworker had told him no, the store is closed, but he insisted on coming in and using the phone. Despite the efforts to say that to get the fact through that the store was closed, he persisted and he decided to open up the the doors. These were automatic sliding doors, meaning that they were supposed to be completely shut, yet he managed to completely open them up, walk steps inside the building, and ask for the phone again. When they declined this time, he actually took the hint and left. Clearly, this man is way too powerful to be left alive and must be destroyed promptly.
That sounds like the best source of course of action.
Honestly, if I saw him knocking on the door, I would let him use the phone. It's very clear that he has asserted his dominance far beyond the needs of any normal human. Anyways, Medea,
Yeah,
have you ever had any experiences with sleep paralysis?
I have not.
Truly? This is quite a shock to me, even though my voice does not project that. It's as fucked up as our group is, I would expect that to be quite a common thing among us. However, I do understand that sleep paralysis is a rare thing and probably did not happen to you in particular. But I would like for you to share any scary stories that you might have.
I
For,
haven't really had anything scary happen to me.
I are you sure? Absolutely nothing scary whatsoever.
No, I've had a spider in my bed and it crawled on me and I thought I was good the next day and I wasn't. It crawled on my leg. I about shit myself.
That sounds really disgusting. I'm honestly horrified at the fact that you would share that information with me. We are no longer.
Alright, I'll just see myself out then.
No, come back. No, come back. I'm so alone. It sounds so disingenuous with that voice. It's
It's great.
God. It's
It's
not.
great.
You're not even doing a voice. Shut up.
I
Okay,
know.
let me get my costume. Um. Anyway, now that I have my officially branded Dylan is chillin' at YT on Instagram mask back on. I have already discussed some of the scariest experiences on this podcast before, but if I remember correctly, Josh just dismissed them, making it a joke, and to be fair, they were rather funny. I've had sleep paralysis only ever once in my life, and when I did, I envisioned that one of the shadows projected into my room was the one and only Slender Man. I was a dumb kid at the time and believed that creepypastas had some legitimacy. In the bottom of my heart, I knew that they were false, but apparently my conscious just couldn't recognize that fact, while my subconscious just ate up the fact that they were real. So when faced with this situation that was completely foreign to me, seeing a visage that looks similar to a horror creature, it was natural that my brain would assume that they were in fact real and that I was going to die. I was dripping with my
Did you
mortality
die?
at the Yes, I'm dead currently as
That's
I
sick.
am dead currently as I speak. Ugh. But I lived miraculously. What had happened was after a bunch of self-confiscating, self-asserting, how would you describe giving yourself self-confidence,
Self assured.
self-assuring myself? I decided to make a mad dash at the Slenderman because at the time I was sharing a room with my older brother and I thought it's either him or me and I'm the only one conscious, so it should be me. And so I discovered that it was the shadow and went promptly back to sleep. But that experience would never leave my mind. Whenever I think of it, I would always wonder, man, I was a dumb kid. My only other experience with the unnatural was after I had spent a long time studying. I went into the night. I was studying well into the night, and I didn't get much sleep. My body felt tired and drained, and I had college classes later on in the day. So my mother recommended that I take a nap. Normally, I hate naps. I hate spending time during the precious sunlight to sleep when I could do that at night. But in this case, I was so tired, it seemed like the best idea ever. So I got into my room. I perched myself up in an odd position, sort of like when you're laying down, but you want to look at your phone, but you don't want to hold your phone above your face, because then you drop your phone on your face. I was propped up in a manner like that, but, but as I was sleeping, I could still feel my body. My mind did not detach, and I was feeling things. It felt as though something was pulling, something was tugging, something was rolling on my body. All of those feelings were happening at once. Pulls on my body, pokes at my arm, rolls over my body. It was quite the odd experience to say the least. And the fact that I was always hear my name, even though no one called it, did not help the situation at all. I was beginning to be convinced that my room was haunted with how consistently this had started becoming happening. And so this was the needle on the haystack that made me start truly believing that I was in fact being haunted by some malicious entity. But nowadays, I have felt nothing of the supernatural.
So do you still believe your
Those
house is haunted?
I do not believe my house is haunted, but I do believe that there's some sort of malevolency being attracted by me. I have had many bad experiences in my life, and not very many good. I feel as though this is some sort of cosmic way of the universe getting back at me for having such an easy time at life. I've
Oof.
always been a studious kid, and I've been getting my work done. I've been having I haven't had much of a social life, but I was successful. Even when I didn't try, like one time, I did a book report without even having to read the book. I just looked it up on YouTube. Some people's notes about about the book. The book was Life of Pi, and so I confused it with the movie. Sorry, audience. I feel like shit like that is what's causing this sort of malevolent force to be surrounded around me. Just the easy time I've been having. Sort of like karma. What goes around comes around. Except instead of my easy time coming back around, it's a bad time. Much like Sans Undertale.
God damn.
Da 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 da. Megalovania does not work in a Chill's voice. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Keep going.
Just no, it just sounds like a fucking robot. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I don't even know the rest of that song. I did know the words to Never Gonna Give You Up for a little bit.
Do Sweet Caroline.
All all I know from Sweet Caroline is that it goes Sweet Caroline, bump bump bum ba ba bum. Because I would play that song in Pep Band, even though we never played it during any of the actual games. Disappointing, to say the least.
I would have loved to hear you guys play that.
You would have loved to hear me play that. That makes my heart flutter a joy. I am very happy to hear that from a fellow friend. However, I would be even better to hear that from my parents who disapprove of me playing saxophone and have even tried killing me.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just like saying disturbed and messed up shit as chills for some reason.
Yeah.
When I was 5 years old, my daddy hit me with a belt 5 times every day. One lashing for every mistake I made, and if I ever made up to six, he would start burning cigarette butts on my arm. It just sounds so disingenuous. It's funny to me for some reason.
It is pretty good.
Anyway, have you ever had an experience similar to those that I had just described earlier?
No, that was my brother.
What?
No, that happened to my brother,
Could
not
you
me.
elaborate on that?
My brother was the one that got punished.
No, I was talking about supernatural stuff, not about your brother getting punished for having an easy time or whatever.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the cigarette butt.
Oh God, no. What? That's horrible. Why would I?
Yeah.
I can't. All my mannerisms don't translate well to chills. I'm just like, God. I adopt his mannerisms, but when I apply my mannerisms, it's like an uncanny valley sort of feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Seems rather cringe. I couldn't even say it. Okay. God.
But no, I have not had any spooky experiences.
Do you know how to do a SpongeBob voice?
Uh,
There's like a trick to it. If you like hit your like voice box up and down like this, at a rapid pace, and just do like a SpongeBob-esque voice, it sounds a lot more like SpongeBob. Uh, so that's me doing that with my normal voice, and then I'll try doing a SpongeBob voice. Hey, Patrick! Lovely weather we're having. Every day I go to fucking work, and then I get assaulted by Mr. Krabs. Ah! It's the laugh that really pulls it all together, you know?
yeah. I can't get the voice.
You just have to try harder. You're clearly not trying. I'm just imagining Chills as someone's dad, fucking just like, You have to try harder, son. If you don't try harder, then this whole thing is gonna blow up in your face. How are you ever going to be sports superstar? But Papa, I do not want to be the sports superstar. That is what you want. How dare you speak back to me, you insolent boy? Honey, I made your favorite chicken pie. I'm dying. It's chills over here. God damn it. Anyway, what kinds of games have you been playing recently, Medea?
I've been playing Animal Crossing on my free time, but whenever I'm with my boyfriend, I just watch him play All Stars.
All Stars? You mean like Shrek? Hey
Mario.
now. Oh, Mario. Which one is your
Yeah,
favorite to look at, I guess? Do you like the low poly Nintendo 64, Super Mario Brothers 64, or do you prefer Super Mario Galaxy?
Galaxy.
What about Sunshine?
Sunshine is pretty good. Although
But
I do
which one?
also get sick with Galaxy.
I enjoyed Sunshine for the time I played it, but I never beat the game, unfortunately. I did not know that the blue coins related to shine sprites in any way, shape, or form. I remember the furthest I got was around the part where Bowser Jr. revealed himself, but even then, I did not understand what the context of it was. I thought Bowser shrunk himself into a tiny toddler to better kidnap Princess Peach. I like to reiterate that I was, in fact, a dumb kid.
Yeah, the balloon coins were awful.
The blue coins are pretty bad, but it's not as bad if you don't even know what the fuck they do, so you don't even look for them.
True.
Simple as that. If there's a problem, just don't understand it, and then it won't be a problem anymore. Unless the problem is that you don't understand it, then you're pretty much fucked. Have you been. Let me ask you a question, Medea.
Uh, I, is your how's your audio doing? 'Cause I hear you too well.
My audio should be fine. It comes out decent on the recording if I use my data rather than my Wi Fi. I used
Okay,
my Wi Fi for the first episode, but it came out really shitty. So I've been using my data ever since, and people think that it's been pretty decent.
okay, because it just got kind of quiet.
Odd. I am using my headphones, and they have a built in microphone, so it shouldn't be getting quiet. Quite the strange case indeed. Perhaps a ghost is haunting this episode.
Ooh.
Ooh, spooky. Let me ask you a question, Medea. Is the meme true that you cannot cook? Okay, cause as we all know, women born after 1980 can't cook. All they know is twerk, be bisexual, eat hot chip, charge their phone, McDonald's, and lie.
I gotta
Is
be
it
honest
true?
with that all said. Can't
What?
cook.
You heard it
You got
here, folks. Medea, in fact, cannot cook. Therefore, she is a woman born after 1980. As if that wasn't obvious enough, she also hates hot chip. I saw it with my own five eyes. Oh, that reminds me. Did you ever see Pan's Labyrinth?
I have not. It is in my movie collection.
Odd. Um, I remember seeing glimpses of it, and all I remember was the weird creature with the hands on its eyes chasing after what I assumed to be the main character. It was very traumatic as a child, and I thought that creature was gonna come at me in real life.
I did remember seeing the one with horns, but I just
I
caught
don't
that.
remember one with horns.
Well, I think it was Pan's Labyrinth.
I'm just getting a message from Josh. He's saying, "Where is the server?" And I'm not sure what he means by that. He is clearly in the server, and I'm not sure. I'm going to
That was
text
neat.
him. What do
Neat.
you mean? I did not add a question mark. I added a comma, like a fucking idiot. God damn it. I'm so bad at texting. I swear to God. Oh, Josh has found the podcast. Hello, Josh. Welcome.
Howdy.
I hope you remember that for this podcast, we are doing voices since this podcast is audio only. We cannot bring costumes. I've chosen to dress up as Chills from the famous YouTube channel Top 15. Medea is bad at voices, so she has not put on a costume. I am all alone again. What happened? I'm going to try exiting and then coming back. What the heck is going on? This is odd. Um,
Mm.
hello, Josh?
Yo.
Um, that was quite weird. Suddenly everyone was gone from the text box. No, I don't know how to describe it. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm doing the voice of the guy from Top 15s. Medea is not doing a voice because she is bad at them. Because this is
Yeah,
our Halloween special.
the it's the 20th, but yeah, okay. So my voice is your impression of my voice in a world which you are very good at impressions.
I am not good at impressions in the slightest. How dare you make that accusation?
Well, I'm saying like this is an alternate timeline.
You are
I'll
an
start.
alternate timeline of yourself, you horrible person. Anyway, Medea, did you ever have any sort of childhood experiences that traumatized you in media, like a cartoon show episode or anything similar to that extent?
There was a movie Lady in the Water, and they had these grass wolves, and that scared the shit out of me.
Grass wolf?
Yeah.
How d- how did grass wolves scare you exactly?
I don't know, they just looked weird and they were very stealthy, and I just didn't like that.
I remember an episode in Courage the Cowardly Dog. It was about the family going up to the moon, and there's a little green space worm that enters inside the mother. Well, not mother, the old woman, and started controlling her body like a puppet on a string. And it was disturbing to me because of all the weird shit she started doing. She
Her
became
name is
like this.
Muriel. It is. I think I found my
Okay.
voice. I have
Josh is doing an impression of a British paperboy, apparently.
a British paper boy. Um. Yeah, I woke up the other
Boy.
day and I was in a bathtub full of ice with my kidneys missing, and I was like, "All right, what's all this then?"
That is rather humorous, Josh.
Speaking of humorous, I got that removed too, ID.
Fuck off. Why did What is a skeleton's favorite instrument? It is the
I reckon
xylophone.
it's the trombone, isn't it?
No, it's the xylophone. How is a skeleton supposed to play a trombone if it has no lungs to breathe air through it? Okay, I've got to cut that out now.
Well, counterpoint I got. How is it supposed to play the xylophone if it don't got muscles to move its arms?
Because it's a fucking skeleton. It can move around already. You
No,
saw
it
it.
can't.
You saw it.
That's what your
Yes, it
muscles are
can.
for. Nope, that's what your muscles are
No,
for. You're wrong. You're wrong. Sorry,
it
both.
uses
Get out. I
magic.
win.
It is clearly
Right,
some
Medea.
sort
I
of
won that one.
magical It is
I'm
some
with
sort of
I'm with
magical
Paperboy on
entity
this
that's
one.
walking around and taking people's skin like some sort of weird pervert.
Well, then why can't he take their lungs too?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a fetish thing. Why do you have to judge it for that?
No, I'm saying if they have lungs, they can play the trombone.
They don't have lungs. I just explained this, Medea. Try and keep up.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they don't have. To be fair, they don't have muscles. They don't, so they can't really play the xylophone either. Either. Oi! Actually, but
Well,
my
Josh.
impression is someone who has multiple personalities and changes voices very frequently.
Alright. Clearly, we have someone with an inconsistent costume, but that's fine. It's better than just having one costume. Or no costume, like Medea.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, yeah, we should have just saved this for Halloween. Well, not on the day of Halloween, but like closer to. This is like the
This
this is like the kind of like mid-October special. That's like vaguely Halloween-esque because Halloween in a
you
while.
You say this as if this episode is gonna come out on time. Like as soon as it's created, it's gonna come out. It takes a while for this to happen, Josh.
You're telling me it's gonna
It
take
takes
11 days for you to upload a 1 hour YouTube video?
no. It's gonna take roughly around like 5. It takes
Yeah,
one day.
that's still a week before Halloween.
I'll be setting it as a premiere for Halloween on the new YouTube channel.
Uh,
Um, it takes about a day to edit the podcast. However, everything else is a slog to get through. It's just uploading that takes a while. That's because of my shitty internet. But I found a way to fix it, so it's not as shitty. But no one cares about the ins and outs of making a podcast. Let's talk
Hey!
about other things.
oh shit. Speaking of other things, it's
Hi
Madeline.
guys.
Howdy.
Hello, Madeline.
Hi. I'm so sorry I'm late. I set an alarm, but I didn't hear it go off. I was doing math
So
homework.
apparently, oh, you're all good. So apparently, the bit of this podcast is that we're all supposed to like do a voice, but also like I live with people now, and I don't want to do that. So, um,
It's fine. It's alright. I don't care. Nothing matters.
How long have you
Everything's
guys been
gonna be
recording?
destroyed.
Oh,
not quite sure
Uh,
actually.
I don't know. About like, let me check. 32
about
minutes.
like let me check.
Let me get
About
a
like,
Let me get a I'm so sorry.
let
boneless.
me get a quick whiff of that.
Who else is in here? Is it just us three?
Medea is also here.
Hello.
Oh. Hi Medea.
Hi.
It's so nice to hear from you. I feel like we never talk anymore.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. I get it. We're all busy.
I'm not.
Oh, cannot relate. I have midterms this week. I took an exam this morning and I've got another one on Friday.
No, that's very much a lie. As we speak, I am coding up a lab that I've like been trying to do for a good 2 hours.
Ah.
Yeah.
How's school going, by the way? I don't think I've talked to you in a while.
Pardon me? Um, it's
Yeah.
okay. I feel kind of very stupid because I don't understand a lot of stuff, but I'm trying to not let that stop me. Cause
I believe in you.
Yeah, well,
You just
shut the
have
butt.
to
I
have the
appreciate it.
grit to do it, and I believe in you as well, Josh. You can do
Aw,
whatever you set your mind
Thank you,
to.
Moises.
thank you. It's number
How dare you
69.
make fun? How dare you
The
make
last
fun
thing
of
you
my
want in your
costume?
Burger King burger is foot fungus, but that might be what you're
Honestly,
getting.
if I saw that thing in my house, I would step on it until it was a black little stain on my carpet.
Yucky.
That's an
Yucky.
actual quote by Dylan is Chillin'. I mean, top 15 guy. A- Anyways, we were recently discussing Pan's Labyrinth. Have any of you had any experiences with that movie?
I've seen
North.
it on Netflix, but I haven't actually watched it because it looks like a horror movie and I'm not into that.
I'm pretty sure it is. I remember the weird monster with the eyes on its hands, and that scared me for a bit. I think I peed my pants at it, but I don't remember.
That is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I also remember from another movie, but I don't even know the name of this movie. But it was like a scene where a scarab crawls into a guy's boot, and then the scarab starts crawling up his skin, crawls up to the top of his head, and because he's bald, you can see the lump that the scarab makes, and then it just sort of slumps right into his head, and that scared me because I thought insects in real life could do that. Imagine if they could.
They can.
I don't want to.
No, they can. They will.
Elaborate.
They will. I don't need to. They just will. Can and will. No remorse. They don't care. Bugs just give fuck all about what you think. They will eat you, your spouse, your kids, your dog, your goldfish, and then themselves with a smile on their face. That is if they had muscles. Well, like advanced muscles. Yeah. Bugs don't give a shit. And that makes two of us. So how are you guys?
Good. Have you guys not talked about that yet?
Oh, well, I got here late too, so
Oh.
you're all like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry for being late." I was like, "Haha, yeah, you stupid bitch." As though I wasn't also just
Oh.
very late.
It's fine, I get it. I'm fucking stupid. I've been alright. Tired. I've had some pretty rough mental health weeks. But I'm okay now for a little
Wait,
while.
weeks? Wait, sorry.
Weeks.
Weeks?
So wait, you mean
Weeks?
like you've gone weeks with a rough mental health, or you've taken several mental health weeks?
I've gone weeks
Oh,
with rough mental health. Like the
I
whole week
understand.
was bad.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I thought you were saying like, "Oh man, these past couple of mental health weeks that I've been taking to myself just sucked." I was like, "What? This bit?"
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just not
Why do
doing
you
any
get to
work.
have so much time on your hands? It's unfair.
yeah, I like time. It's a great spice. But anyway, no, I'm sorry to hear that the mental space has been rough. I quickly found that college can do that to a person.
Yeah, it was just like between saying bye to Tristan and Ethan within like the same week and then like being like alone at home all the time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I kind
But
of got lucky in a way because we had that little. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Shit.
no, that was it. It's just yeah, I'm all right. I'm really liking my classes.
That's
Um
good.
yeah, and my English group is finally warming up to one another because it's the only class that I get to like actually talk to my peers. So I
Mhm.
really want to make friends. I'm so desperate to know people.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm like fine. How are you guys?
Well, so I was gonna bring it back to like I got a little lucky because we had that kind of goodbye party, and then
Yeah.
I kind of just left, and I lived like so it kind of was all like a band-aid. Like there was nothing slow about it except for when Leif left. Like that was the only thing, and it was just like, oh, well, not gonna see my mom for a long time, not gonna see my friends for a long time, and then I just had like a solid like month or two to adjust to like being in that boat, and so
Yeah.
when
God damn it.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's been doing that for a bit.
Technical
It happened
difficulties. Okay,
earlier.
anyway, so yeah, like when I got here, like I had already missed my mom and friends, and so it wasn't like a new feeling, you know. It was just like, yeah, they are gone. It's all good.
I've been
Mm.
used to being alone ever since elementary school. This is kind of like being back in that time in my life. What I will do is study and do work. Except this time, the work I'm doing is at a job. So it's been pretty easy for me, aside from, not being able to interact with you guys. God damn it. I hate doing this.
What? Oh, a rip.
oh,
I
he's
don't.
back.
I don't think your audio cut out. We were just processing what you said.
I think I've been thinking that it's been like cutting out for me for some reason.
Nah, I
I'm
was
not
just
sure
like,
why.
golly, how do I respond to that without it seeming insensitive or something? Um,
No, it's fine. I was a bad child. Well, I wouldn't say bad. What's the word? Shit? I think that's the
misguided
word. Shit
shit,
child.
fucking shit kid.
I was a shit child. I memorized the lyrics to Gangnam Style and would constantly hum to myself as I was playing alone on recess because Leif was constantly inside doing makeup work. It was a lonely time in my life, as all times in my life.
Are we talking about elementary school or middle school?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah,
Well, at
Because I
least until
didn't.
late. It wasn't until late in the year when Josh came around and then Leif and Josh became friends that the friend group really started, for me at least.
I didn't like join the friend group until 7th grade, but yeah, I didn't go to elementary school at Okanagan.
I did.
Yeah, you
neither did I. I just thought about that.
were in
Yeah,
like
I didn't have any friends though. Like in elementary school, I still didn't have any friends, but it just wasn't at Okanagan.
yeah.
I did. I
Anyway,
had in first grade.
well, lucky you,
Wow.
Medea. Everyone gets to have friends, while
Not
I only had one, and that was Leif. While he
Leif
was a
is a good
decent
friend.
friend. Yes, he was indeed a very good friend. He's been loyal all these years. He hasn't done anything to stab me in the back, which I can appreciate, as I have done nothing to stab him in the back as well. It sounds so
Get,
disingenuous with Chill's voice.
I'm getting very poisonal. Holy crap. Um,
Whatever. Anyways, I
yep.
want to get into another planned segment, and that is making a scary story.
Oh god.
Hmm.
Fuck.
Okay, Josh, give us a lead in
All
and
right.
pass it to whoever you want after you're done.
It was the summer of 1984. Madeline, go ahead.
What the fuck?
Come on, go ahead, Madeline.
It was.
The days were long and hot, and the nights were cool. Medea.
Hello?
I can't. My brain's not working.
Ah!
Ah, very
Something
scary.
scary
Ah,
happened.
mental block! Oh god, no!
The most horrible thing to happen.
Go ahead. Fire
Wow.
me, idiot. You can't unfoot the lettuce.
Voices.
Every morning, I would wake up with a cramp in my foot. I couldn't understand why, though. Madeline.
Why? I didn't want to have to go to the doctor though, so I didn't tell my mom about it, Josh.
And with the scent of blood in the air, and the feeling of fear in my heart, I heard her trudging footsteps on our old creaky floors, suddenly approaching, getting more intense and loud by the second. Then suddenly my door flung open, and what I saw before me. Moises, go ahead.
was my cute little innocent dog. As we all know, dogs have a sixth sense to the supernatural. We aren't sure how, but they just do. And so when my dog got up to me every morning and started licking me all over, I would enjoy it in a sexual way, but he would never flick my foot. I found this quite odd. Josh, it's your turn.
Sorry, I left the call after you had to. No, story's over.
It's dog foot porn now.
The guy got sent
Hell.
to jail and
Hell.
then
For bestiality.
was
The
brutally
end.
kicked in the foot by a guy named Thomas, and
And then
and then
Black
then
gunk started
it's not
oozing out
your
of the foot.
turn. And then
Dark
then
ooze
after
started leaking out of the foot.
Moises, this is our podcast.
It was black tar heroin.
God.
We're like black tail
The end.
heroin.
Ooh, even better.
All right. Yeah, that was horrible, but thanks.
That was awful. Yeah, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
All right.
The most
You're
horrifying thing of all, a bad
You're
story.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not what I had an issue with. But go off, I guess.
Go ahead.
Hentai.
Call the police. They can't unfuck your wife.
You don't know that.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Still got it.
I remember this image. It was like a string of text. It was like saying, "Hey, you better watch yourself around my girlfriend." But them titties, man. Where do you want to be buried? In those titties, my dude. And I found that to be rather funny.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Nice. Please keep me inside of
69.
hashtag Jetterable. It's gamer time.
Every time is gamer time if you're a virgin.
Every
I don't-
time is gamer time. Welcome to the cum zone. Only come inside anime girls.
You know, at some point, I hoped that I would never have to hear that speech again in my life. And
There
I'm
was a new
disappointed
one.
to know that yeah, we're just never gonna let it go.
Never.
I'm not sure if I posted it to the message, but there was another one. It was like Ian Hector, cum collector, Margaret Thatcher, cum snatcher. Normalize crying over spilled cum. Making cum angels with my son. It was something along those lines. I don't know if I sent it to the chat or not.
So how about them sports team?
Our
Which
sports.
one?
Oh no, yeah, no. Seahawks won like 5 games in a row, and I only know that because the girl in my
Holy
English
shit.
class is really obsessed about it. But I don't actually know if that's factual.
There's this guy who goes to my school, and he's from Washington, and
Oh wow.
yeah, whenever he wears a
Oh
Seahawks
wait,
hat.
you're in Utah. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Washington. Oh, but you're
Yeah.
not.
Anyway, so yeah, he wears a Seahawks hat, and I told him today, I was like, because we were already kind of friends, but I was like, seeing that hat around here, even though I'm not much of a football guy, it's really comforting. He's like, yeah, I know, I feel the same way, and then we made out in the club. I mean, so then we just parted ways, and yeah, it was great. Yeah, I love it.
And now it's time for everyone's favorite segment of the podcast.
God
Madeline, how far are you in Hollow Knight?
Shit. Dude, don't even fucking so I wasn't playing for a long time because I just got really busy and I just recently picked it back up and I'm trying to beat that stupid fucking like teleporting guy. You know what I mean? The floaty guy that teleports and like throws those like fucking balls of light at you. I have been trying to beat him for a week now, and everyone that I've talked to is like, that's one of the easy bosses. What the fuck? And it's like, guys, I'm bad at this.
It
I've
definitely
watched like
wasn't it wasn't an easy boss for me because I didn't know that if you went like left instead of right at a certain junction, you could get a sword upgrade. I had all the materials to get the sword upgrade at the time. I just didn't know that it was in that direction. So
oh,
I had
I
to
know
face
about
the boss with level 1 sword.
no, I know about the sword thingy, but I don't know where to get the materials for it. Do I need
I
to
don't
upgrade
know.
my sword for that boss fight? Jesus Christ. Ethan didn't tell
You
me that.
don't
He's a little bitch.
you don't have to upgrade your sword, but it does make it a lot easier.
Fuck Ethan for not telling me. First of all, we're gonna lead with that. But yeah, that's how
Yeah,
far I
fuck
am.
Ethan. He's got such a
Yeah!
twink body. I mean,
That
what?
was not where I was going. Also, did you guys know that Ethan got his apartment in Seattle?
I didn't. Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
I
I
did.
assumed he did actually. I hadn't asked,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I called
Yeah.
him the week before his, not the week, like a few days before his move, and I had found out about that.
Yeah,
The
he
only
didn't
reason
tell
I
me
knew
that
that
he was leaving until the day before he left.
the only reason I knew that is because I like got into the same school that he did, and I know that they didn't have fucking student housing. You had to like do it yourself. That was actually one of the main reasons I didn't go to that school. So I
Yeah.
didn't want to like undergo that additional fucking
Stressor,
mhm.
but also budgetary things.
Budgies are cool. I love birds.
How many roommates do you have exactly, Josh?
Um, three others. Kind of four because there's a guy that visits a lot that we all really like, but basically three.
Nice.
Hmm.
What's it like?
They're all sick as fuck.
What?
I said they're all sick as fuck.
Oh, I heard girls think we fuck, and I was like, okay.
That
Well,
too, I guess.
considering how many noise complaints we've gotten here, yeah, I mean possibly. we just fucking tear shit up around here, bro. We own this city. We really don't. We're actually quite reserved and keep to ourselves, but you know, we loud.
We fucking walk right into Walmart and demand that they give us $1 cookies or some shit.
No, what's great is that there's like actually like things to do here that isn't just like Walmart.
Fuck you.
Why you
I
gotta
work
rub it in
there.
like that?
I work there, you motherfucker. If you ever
Hey,
say something
Medea!
like that again, I will punch
Moises,
you in
shut
the
up!
face. Okay.
Medea, how are you? How's Idaho doing?
Shut the fuck!
Good. It's alright.
Medea, how are you? Oh, sorry.
God, shut up! I just want to listen to Medea!
I've been listening to Medea this whole podcast.
Moises, I swear to fucking God.
But yeah, I'm doing alright.
That's good.
Yeah.
Was Tyler started school?
Yeah. He's basically the same spot as you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Not the same
Nice.
spot as me, since I took 2 years of running start and already have a degree, although it's not a very good one.
I meant like in the school year.
Dude, is my eyesight getting bad? Because I just really can't see where the fuck I asked. Oh, it's nuts.
Actually, though, wait. Speaking of eyesight, though, my eyes are getting worse because of like how long I spend staring at my
Oh,
laptop all day.
what you need to do is
It's
get like
cool.
it's not cool actually. You need to get on that really fast, and all you got to do is get like the gamer glasses that like have like they look like orange sunglasses, and you'll look ridiculous, but also your eyes will thank you in 10 years.
Are you
I
just
need to
talking about like getting a blue light filter?
well, you can either install a filter, which actually would probably be the better thing, but I
Yeah, I'm
think
gonna do that.
the glasses well, no, I mean, for convenience sake, that would be better, but I'm pretty sure the glasses are more effective. And like I said, like, yeah, you're gonna look kinda weird, but also, like, you're not gonna be the one with, like, even worse eyes down the road.
I
I need to do
trust
that too,
Josh.
considering my entire, like, school curriculum is basically based on this laptop that I stare at all day long. Um, like, yeah.
I'd listen to Josh. He is in fact a gamer.
I'm
And he
quite the
knows this
gamer,
sort of
but
thing.
no, I mean, no. Either way, Matt, you're not gonna make a wrong choice. It's just my personal recommendation, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Madeline, you had prepared some Yahoo answers. Let's answer one of those.
Okay, let me pull them up. I've got quite a few. Oh, the first one I got, I thought it was really funny, so that's why this is the first question. Is milk a snack?
Yes. Next question.
What? No.
What?
Hold
Yes.
on.
Next question. I don't see what the problem is.
I do.
Why is
Hang
you're
on.
not the only one here?
Yeah, fuck. This is our podcast. Let me pick this apart real quick, because I mean, I'm not saying no, but I'm just gonna like do some quick research.
Yeah, of course. I don't know that milk by itself is a snack, but I think that like milk with cookies is a
Yeah.
snack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So, the first definition of snack is a small amount of food eaten between meals. Now, the argument is milk food? I would immediately say no and say it's a
I would
drink.
say no. Yeah.
Okay, so glad
Milk
we can
is
agree there.
food.
Now, I feel like you're just arguing to argue. This is an on hill for
I'm
you.
not.
No, but that does raise the question, where do we draw the line between drink and food? Is it just based on the liquid state, which is what I would say, is if it's in a
Good
liquid
question.
state, it's a
Let's
drink.
do more research.
But
What is
what
a
about
drink?
What? In that case, is tomato soup a drink then? It is just a liquid that tastes like tomatoes.
Well,
I would
also,
say
Kim,
that
hang on. Are we talking about, sorry to cut you off, but like just while I can roll on this train of thought before I lose it, are we talking about squares and rectangles here where a drink can be food, but a food, like just like general food can't be a drink? Or like,
see, but Moises made a good point with the soup. Does it go the other way instead? Like
Lo-
foods can be drinks, but not all drinks are food.
well, here's the thing. So when you look up milk, it says milk is a nutrition-rich liquid food. And the problem here is that it says liquid food. Like, so are like is all are all drinks considered liquid food? Because if
Would
that's
you
I
the
wouldn't say
case,
all
consider?
because I wouldn't say that water is food.
But what about
right.
something like a protein shake? Would that be considered
Well,
food?
I guess the
I think
subject.
so. And soup as well. Soup is a liquid, which would qualify it as a drink, but it's a food.
Okay, so
What attributes makes it a food though is my question.
since the task or the subject at hand is milk, and the definition is a uh nutrient-rich liquid food, since it has that classification of food, and by definition of a snack being a small amount of food eaten, that's another problem is eaten. You don't eat milk. Um, you drink it. So,
But we're gonna gloss over that one distinction
well,
because
if you want to gloss over the word eaten, then yeah, you could say yes, it's a snack. But if you want to get more specific, and considering you don't really eat milk, you drink it, I would say technically by that definition, no. It just all depends on what words you want to it's like, are we gonna Bible this where it's like, I like that, so we're gonna go with that, or do you want to like get literal? Because if we're getting literal, and we say you don't actually eat milk
literally it is not a snack, but
because you don't eat milk.
technically it's a snack.
Now, what about milksicles? Okay, we're gonna move on. So, yeah. So I
Final
agree.
Well, that
verdict.
you would eat. That you would eat. So yes,
Yeah,
that would definitely be a snack.
yeah. So
So
milk. But
final
it depends on
verdict.
what
I think
state the milk is in.
my final
yeah,
verdict
I
is
said
that milk,
snack.
in no matter what form, is a snack. What is yours, Madeline? What's your final verdict on the subject?
I think that I think milk is technically a snack.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, okay, cool. Next thing. Good
We
Okay.
discussion,
skipped over
guys. I was.
Medea's
Oh
final
no, we
verdict,
didn't.
but okay.
No, we didn't.
Medea, what was your final verdict then?
Milksicles are a snack. I don't think milk is.
See that? A
Fair.
different opinion.
Didn't
But
you just
let's
say
move
that?
on.
Sorry, I thought I heard
Oh,
you. Maybe not. Maybe I did the opposite, where my brain actually just decided to fill in information instead of just being like, nah. Oh, by the way, milk has a pH level of 6.5 to 6.7 and a boiling point of 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Moving on.
We knew about the
Boils
pH
faster
level
than paper
from
burns.
chemistry.
I would have not remembered that, my guy.
Never mind. Okay. Oh, I think I thought this one was funny too. So please don't think it's weird. What are the best erotic PC games at the moment?
Oh, I feel
Honey
like probably
Pop.
probably Genshin Impact. That would be my immediate thought because it's really hot right now. Like everyone's playing it, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of
Just
anime.
because it's popular doesn't mean that it's hot. I think
No,
that
wait.
Honey Pop is one of the more hot
I
games.
think that Doki Doki is probably the most erotic PC game that I know of.
Wait, can you
Now that you
reread
bring
the
it up, I
question?
would have to agree.
Sorry, can you reread the question?
Yeah, what are the best erotic PC games of the moment?
Yeah, so because of that last thing of the moment, that's why I would think of that first because that's just like when I said hot, I meant like synonymous with popular. Like the game is really popular at the moment because it's
Yeah, no, I knew what you meant.
well, Moi kind of like tried to
I
battle me on
gloss over that sort of thing. I don't really care about stuff that's hot at the moment, so my brain automatically gets rid of that fact. Sorry if it doesn't apply to you as well.
Well, that's like
I
the
think that
question at
Moises is
hand.
just argumentative.
He is
I
because
am not argumentative.
he's literally yeah. So
He also likes to be right.
well, so that's like being like,
That is in fact a truth.
what's your favorite color? And it's like I like to gloss over certain words, so I just ignored color. And my favorite is banana. Like that's not. No,
That is not correct,
you're
sir.
incorrect. Yeah.
My
So
favorite is banana, though.
well, then again, erotic doesn't really imply like characters who would be considered attractive. I don't really know a lot of like games that are designed to be erotic, so I don't know. It's kind of hard.
I thought it was funny. That's why, because of the erotic, like the choice of
Tetris
words.
is Tetris
Because
is
yeah,
pretty
I was
hot at the
expecting
moment.
people to say shit like Minecraft and Tetris.
I was gonna say Among Us, because have you seen that fan art?
Yeah.
No,
No,
don't remind me of that. Let's move on to another question before we go down
Nah,
a
but
rabbit
she
hole of
fucking
Among
right
Us.
though. Nah, she
No,
fucking
she is
right
not.
though. Medea,
No.
That
you
is the
win this
fan
round.
base.
Yeah, she does.
That is the
definitely.
fan base.
Yeah.
All
Anyway.
right, so we've come to the unanimous decision that Among Us is the hottest erotic game at the moment. Good to know. Next question.
I'm already ready for the next question because you asked for it like 3 different times. Anyway. What? Oh god. What would happen if you sprayed sun lotion on your coworker's lunch?
They'd probably like right in front of their face or like
No.
in secret.
Sorry. Let me finish. What would happen if you sprayed sun lotion on your coworker's lunch when they weren't looking? If you wait. Okay, wait. There's like a little extra left. Moises, shut the fuck up. Have you done this? What happened? I'm considering it myself. It's
Oh.
under home and theater.
Theater kids be like, put ranch inside. No, fuck. Sunblock. Ah! Okay.
Theater kids don't deserve rights.
You're a theater kid.
Yeah.
I'm a
I
theater
know,
kid.
so
No,
is
we
I
don't.
know we all fucking are, except for Medea.
Hey, let's all laugh at Medea. No, you're
Uh-huh.
not.
Number 15.
Anyway.
Okay.
What would happen if you sprayed sun lotion on your coworker's lunch when they weren't looking?
Well, my immediate thought would be like, what would the actual effects of that be? And like the funny me was like, well, their
Right?
insides aren't getting sunburnt anytime soon. But then also like, I was gonna be like, is sun lotion toxic?
I guess it probably depends on which kind. Like I know that most kids sunblock isn't because kids are stupid.
Or
But I'm
wait,
sure that there is some kind of
uh,
toxic sunblock out there.
sunblock toxic.
I hate to
Oh,
go on
no.
a tangent, but you know how kids
No,
are
don't.
stupid.
Please, my train of thought will just burn up and die. Please don't go on a tangent yet.
Fine.
Side effects
We
I'll
can talk
save it
about
for
stupid
later.
children later.
of consuming sun.
I think my first instinct is to say that if your coworker doesn't notice it and eats the food, they're gonna get sick.
Okay, so what could
My
happen?
immediate
What could happen is that they could have spikes in acne, they can have burning, itching, or stinging of the skin, early appearance of redness or swelling of the skin, late appearance of rash with or without weeping blisters that become crusted, especially in sun-exposed areas, and may extend to unexposed areas of the skin, pain in hairy areas and pus in the hair follicles. That's what could happen if you put sun lotion.
Right. Actually, though, that's not that bad. So if like your coworker is being shifty, I'm not gonna say no. Like, go off, I guess.
I would think that I think that any type of sun lotion, as soon as they put it into the mouth, they're gonna spit it out and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with my food? Why does it taste like this?" And then throw it out like a normal human being.
Yeah, but you can't guarantee that. Like you'd think that most people would.
I don't think I know that most people would because I'm weird as fuck and I would do that.
Nah, I would be good about it because I'm really intelligent. So I'd just find a way to where you wouldn't even be able to detect it. Before you know it, you'd have pus hair, and so that's
You'd have pus hair. God, that's
You'll be
disgusting.
It's horrible.
you know what I'm
Truly
saying.
horrible.
You're truly horrible. I'm sorry. No, you're
Holy
not.
shit! Fucking kill.
Right. Another question, or do we want to keep talking about the merits of putting sun lotion in coworkers' lunch?
I don't know.
Can I
If
go off on my
There was-
tangent about like
Buttons.
stupid kids?
Oh yeah, I guess you can talk about stupid kids now.
Oh yeah, bro, for true.
At what point was Plato? At what point did Plato become non-toxic? Because I remember as a child in elementary school, I would eat Play-Doh because they turn into all those fun shapes.
Okay,
I
say all of that again, but like have it make sense.
He
When
ate
I was a
Play-Doh as a
child-
child.
in
Uh,
elementary school,
Bitch, you
and
ain't
I'm
special.
wondering
I did that too.
what
Oh, go ahead. Nothing.
I shut up. I don't want to go into the look. It looked like food, and they came up with the tagline later that fun to play with, not to eat. But it was non-toxic, so you could eat it. But I'm just saying, at what point did it become non-toxic? Because I used to eat that shit, and did it have some sort of negative effect on my brain and body?
Well, okay, so here's the thing, is that toilet paper is technically like non-toxic because like it's not toxic to your body. But also like if Johnny McEats toilet paper ate a lot of toilet paper all day long, that can cause problems with his digestion. Considering like how salty Play-Doh was and like the chemical components that make it up, like that's more or less what they meant, like how generally just consuming substances like that, well, that might not immediately have some kind of like effect on your body. It's also just like, hey, so no, because like impaction and all of that. Thank
All
you,
right.
Your Honor.
I
That's
rest
right.
my
I'm the
case.
judge now. I'm the judge now. And Josh, you've been found guilty of being 100% right
Of huge schlong. Oh, okay.
of Cockbig 19.
Coochie Man.
Next question, please.
What's a really popular show that you don't like? We should just do this one at a time. So, Moises, you go first.
I'm not that involved in like TV shows at the moment. I've been mostly just playing video games in my downtime.
It doesn't have to be a show that's popular now. It can just be one that was popular. Or just
A
tell
show
us about a show you don't like.
um a show that is popular. You're gonna have to come back to me on this one. I
Okay,
don't
Josh.
So I thought I didn't like Friends.
Are you kidding me? Did they convert you? I'm so mad.
Here's what happened. No, they did not. So it accidentally became a comfort show of mine. Because what happened is when I visited my mom in New York, they were watching it, and then I was watching it, and now that's what I associate the show with. Um,
Aw,
so
that's actually really sweet.
yeah, that would have been my answer. And I mean, like, I still want to hate it to hold up that appearance, but um, yeah, I kind of like it. So, oh, a show that's really popular, I just don't vibe with. Trying to think of ones that I've like tried and just really couldn't get into. Um,
hmm
hmm. God, I wish I hated Friends because then that would have been an easy question.
oh
Um,
I
I hold on. So I mean, like, fuck, I don't know. Yeah, I don't
I've
know.
come to a decision.
Yeah, what's
All
up?
Um
right.
I might get some flack from white girls, but I really don't like The Office. I mean, I watched all of it just to say that I have watched it, so that way people can be like, you've never watched it, so what point do you have to say that you don't like it? Well, now I've tasted it, and now I can say that I do not want to order this meal again.
Did you watch all of it?
I watched all of it to see
I am
and
so
Why did you
sorry.
watch it all
Like
if you didn't like it?
to see why people were so attached to it, why people would watch it
Mm.
over and over and over again, and I saw no point in doing that. The only There have been some standout parts that were funny, yes, but there weren't enough throughout the entire show to want me to come back to it anytime soon. Maybe if I'm an old man on my deathbed and it's on rerun, I guess I'll watch it, but in any other case, I'd rather watch something else. My favorite moment from The Office wasn't even a moment in The Office. It was that deleted scene where Michael starts messing around with the guy's uh crossword and a bunch of fucking hentai falls out of it, and then he goes, "It's hentai and it's art." That was pretty funny to me. My favorite moment. But that's
yeah.
my take. The end.
What about you,
Madeline.
Medea?
So the 100, I started out really liking it and it was really good. And then the writer tried to make it not be like uh you couldn't figure out what's happening next, so he just kind of made it go to shit trying to do that, and it just hurt.
I get that.
But yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of shows that I don't like. Like, I don't like Friends, and I don't like Game of Thrones, and I don't like The 100, and I fucking hate you. And Once Upon a
Wow.
Time, and
What did I do?
no,
What did I even do?
um, but I
Everyone's
think
hating on me today.
the most popular one that I don't like is probably Game of Thrones. Well, I guess I don't like Supernatural either, but I do watch Supernatural, so I don't think that counts. But I don't like Game of Thrones because I don't like I should preface this by saying that I really didn't watch a whole lot of it, but I do know a lot about it because I'm on Tumblr and, spoilers for everything end up there. But yeah, I don't like the premise of a show that just like kills all of its characters for like no fucking reason. Because I
Okay.
think that everything should have, if not a meaning, then a purpose. And at some point, like there is no purpose. That's the same problem that I have with Supernatural too. Like, oh, and Glee. I forgot about Glee. I hate Glee.
Though is a very criticized show at this point.
What is?
Glee.
Mm-hmm. It's because like it kind of deserves it. Like the first season was like
Oh
really
yeah.
good, and then after that, like no one ever has to deal with any long-term consequences for any actions. Like the writing is just fucking bizarre. And Mr.
Yeah.
Shu is creepy. Mr. Shu is so creepy.
So bad.
Anyway,
Okay.
that's a popular show that I don't like.
That has been Madeline's input for the hour.
That has been like that was like 3 shows if I was counting correctly.
Oh, that was more than 3.
I would okay,
Yeah.
so I
Well,
would say honestly with like my like I'm very easy to impress, and so like most shows I'll just be like, hell yeah, yeah, fucking that's cool. Like I can't really think of anything. So
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't know. I can't turn off the like critical part of my brain. Like even like stuff that isn't targeted at me. Like I'm not the audience for it. Like I'm still really critical.
no, I get it. It's all good.
Yeah.
on your point about just killing off characters, Madeline, I'd say that does have a bit of a point. Go with me on this, but since the show is mostly about war, it kind of does like people die in wars all the time, and that might be someone important, and they just die. You just kind of have to accept that fact. I'm not saying that the show's writing gets good because of that. I'm just saying that I feel like that element should be explored a bit more in media.
Are you talking about Game of
And
Thrones still?
I'm talking about killing off characters
No, I
with no
know, but
rhyme or reason.
what show specifically?
I guess Game of Thrones was my main detractor since I know little to nothing about Supernatural,
Hey, gamer.
but the whole concept
Game
of
of Thrones
wars
is
in Game of
I'm working on
Thrones.
this assignment still too. I've gotten pretty far where I have the basic calculator. Like the only thing I don't have is my if statement and fucking random. Yeah, that's what I'm still working on. But sorry, your brain hurts, man. Just take a break from the screen.
Oh, you're not talking to us. Game of Thrones is actually
Sorry.
somewhat based on real events. So I will forgive it there. And I definitely agree that killing characters is a good thing. I think that if you're doing it for like a reason, though, is my thing. Like I
No,
think that killing your
but
darlings is definitely like an important thing. Like in Divergent, whenever the main character died, like that was shocking. It was surprising. Like audiences didn't know where it
yes,
was going after that. But
yes,
I
I
still
do
think
agree
that
with that as well.
the
But
excessive killing
Chips in
is
their ears.
I feel like the excessive killing is interesting, like from an outsider's view. I've never seen Game of Thrones, but the
Well,
idea of killing characters off like at random is
and
interesting. Like it is a war, people do die, and just because someone's a main character doesn't mean they're safe from that. I like that idea. I but it could have been like mishandled as you're saying. I don't know that. I'm just stating my piece.
next question is should I kill my husband? No
I thought
context.
Yes.
Nothing. It
Yes.
just
Next
says should I kill my
question.
husband?
Yeah.
you would.
Yes.
All right, next question. Oh, along the same lines, my wife just changed her Facebook status from married to widowed. Should I be worried?
Yes. Next question.
I'd say yeah, you should be a little worried.
Is a smidge.
I'd start wearing bulletproof vests and SWAT helmets at that point. She might
I
have
would
hired an assassin.
I would reflect on myself and think, why would she feel the need to do that? How can I be a better person?
I mean, if you don't have the boomer mentality, I guess that's an option.
Dude, I would have so died for that punch. Dude, I would have been gone. Like this realm of existence, who? Not me, not this guy. Like a cut G? Wait, is it 10? No, it's not. We have to be quiet after 10. Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Is the 21 meme still funny?
No. No,
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, not at all.
not even a little bit. In fact, that produces anti-serotonin.
Serotonin minus. No. Serotonin on. No.
No.
There's a joke somewhere. I just can't make it.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find a not serious question because some of these are like serious.
Why did you find so many serious questions then?
Because I thought it was just whenever I put this together, it was supposed to just be me, Leif, and Medea, so I tailored them to us three.
I guess.
I can field some serious questions. Goddamn.
Let's do a serious
I know you
question.
can. Okay. Should the
I'll stop
pyramids
doing
be? Can you shut the fuck up, Moises? That was so much more aggressive than I meant it to be. I'm so sorry. I love you. I'm sorry, Moy. I love you. Should the
I'm not sure
pyramids
why
be?
you're still. This is exactly why I wasn't talking. I wanted you
Oh
to
my
say the
God.
fucking question. And then as soon as I open my mouth, you start saying the question. God damn it. Just say the
Oh
question.
my fucking
Hey, Meadow,
God.
ask the question in 3, 2, 1.
Should the pyramids be destroyed since they were built by slave labor?
Okay, now this is an interesting question. I was trying to say that I was going to take off my voice for a serious question. Anyways, no.
Okay, real quick, before we get to the serious version, can I make a quick funny? Because it's
Yes, of course.
Go ahead.
okay. I was gonna say, oh, we should just move them into a museum, but okay. Now, like that's tough.
I
This-
say
I go ahead, Medea.
I say no because it's something from like an ancient civilization that like it's just something very prominent from their culture, so it's like interesting for us to know about and to be able to see and stuff.
If it's
Does
in
that
the
make
BC, it stays here.
See, this is a
I
tough
don't
one to
know.
form an opinion on because, like, yeah, it's ancient. Like, oh my, I don't know. It's also a grave. Like, um, fucking,
On the other hand, we have built bigger pyramids. Like the biggest pyramid, like one of the biggest pyramids is a Bass Pro Shop. So like,
I hate you for that.
yeah, but
what do
that,
you mean?
yeah. So I would just say no, and it's hard to like give the why, but like my gut instinct is like nah. You know what I mean? Like, and gut
Yeah.
instinct isn't really what you should base an argument on, but I can't really, like, I get the point of like, yeah, it was made of slave labor, so like morally, if like they were to come out tomorrow and be like, oh, we're taking them down, as if it's like a billboard that can just be removed in an afternoon, but like, yeah, we're taking them down. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, like I'm gonna riot about that. Like, yeah, no, okay, I can understand, but personally, like if I had to make the choice, I'd probably say no, because
Like,
like.
my opinion is documentation. Um, with like stuff from the war, like people's statues and stuff, like it was pretty decently documented about like the war and stuff, like all the stuff that's happening, and like new stuff is arising and like shedding light on people from that era, but like it just
I'm
shows that
sorry.
it was. I'm just saying
Are
that it was well documented about like the wars and stuff, and that's why we should like have the choice to like take down fucking like slave owner generals and shit.
are you
But
talking
for
about the like Civil War statues?
yeah, like the Civil War statues,
Just
like
for the sake of facts, those most of those were erected after the war was over.
yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
so well, yeah, but I'm just saying like they weren't there to document what had happened. They were there to like specifically idolize
No,
racist men.
I know that's okay. What I'm saying is, we know what happened in the war. We know that they're racist men. We know like all sorts of shit about the war. We don't need like statues to idolize them and to show like and to have them on a pedestal.
I
But
get your
for
point
like,
there, actually. Like,
but like
basically,
for yeah, we know little to nothing about ancient Egypt and stuff like that. We've gathered lots of information, but it's just not documented enough to know everything about it, like we do about the
Oh, okay,
war.
yeah. Yeah, I understand what you're saying now.
I thought you were gonna like
Yeah.
going with like, I mean, there's enough history around it to where it's like the pyramids aren't the only like thing that like as if there are just no books ever about the pyramids that you could just like research on. Like the only source you'd have is like physically going there and like discovering or like
The only way to learn about ancient Egypt is to be fucking Indiana Jones.
yeah, no, I mean yeah, I get what you're saying. You got it, Brady?
Yeah.
Hey, good job.
Good job, Brady. We are all proud of you, Brady.
Really proud of you.
And if you guys knew the fucking scale of this goddamn lab, you'd mean it. It's tough ass fucking.
You have to tell him that we're proud of him.
Oh, hey Brady, gamer.
No, no. Unplug your
No.
headphones.
Oh,
You have to let us say it
oh,
to him.
oh, okay. No, but don't say any bad words. My friend's
I
gonna say
won't.
something to you.
We won't.
We're so proud of you, Brady.
We're proud of you for completing the.
Hey Brady. Hey Brady, congratulations on doing the lab. You're a great guy, and I am truly inspired by your actions today. Congratulations.
No, no, no. He did
How
great.
many of you idiots are in college?
Actually, like, two out of the three that I'm talking to, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
I'm in
going for
college.
They
physics.
are your friends. Maybe we all just know.
Accounting.
Accounting.
Physics.
Accounting. Sitting with numbers. Just math 2.0.
Yes. Yes.
Now physics is cool.
Yes.
You're gonna blow the crap up.
You did get a blow crap up, no, but dude, imagine like
Maybe.
going into a tech career. Oh, could be me. Oh.
God damn it.
Anyway.
contemplated not going into a tech career for basically the duration of high school and middle school. Like, but
Oh well.
Should I find another question?
One more
God,
question.
wait. Okay,
One
I'll
more
try to find
question.
one.
This podcast is kind of long, so we'll just do one more
do you want to
question.
turn off? You want to turn off the bot and just like actually talk?
Wait, no, we should answer
Or,
this
like-
one. Very
okay.
concerned that my 17-year-old son is gay, and then in all caps, help me for God's sake.
No, burn. Let him be himself. That's all. Like,
What you do is talk amongst family and like have him be there. You know, you're talking to your grandpa and your grandma.
Have an
and stuff.
intervention for his gay?
No, just like a casual conversation. You start talking about life. You start talking about his schooling. Then you start talking about his personal life, whether or not he has a girlfriend. Then you say, "Do you have a girlfriend?" And then he'll respond, "No." And then they'll be like, "Are you gay?" Like
Okay,
my
so-
family does to me all the
Awful.
time.
I have an
My family does that to me all the fucking time.
I have
And
an
that's not healthy!
I have an actual solution. She won't have to worry about it anymore. So basically, there's this cool little anti-gay concoction that she should make in a very confined space, like the bathroom, by herself with no one else in the room, with actually no one else in the house or like nearby. All she needs to do is she just needs to take like a few cups of bleach and go ahead and just mix it in with some vinegar and just swirl it around real good.
Pneumonia.
And what's essentially going to happen is the fumes that are released are going to give her the mental clairvoyance that she's going to need in order to convince her son to not be gay. And she should just
You're so
inhale them
right.
as deeply as possible. And yeah, and she should be good. By the way, that's like the recipe for mustard gas, but you know.
Yeah.
She'll be able to like ascend from her body for a brief period, go inside
Permanently,
her son.
actually, yeah, she will be
Yeah,
permanently ascended.
permanently.
Actually, rather a descend, because that's where people like her should go. But
She comes out
Great.
of her
I'm
body.
so glad that we
Quite
answered this one.
quite opinionated on that. Anyway,
Is
This
it
has
time to
been-
say bye?
This has been Bad at Entertaining, the only podcast that will consistently disappoint for all time.
Disappoints.
For all time.
It disappoints. Ah!
Medea, what's our final word?
Pussy.
What's the? That is a bad final word. I hate.